This is our chicken house. It's a Joel Salatin design. He's a farmer from Virginia. He recently put out a book of all of his farm designs with easy to follow directions and materials list. And we got the book. This house holds about 500 birds, and it's designed to be moved every day. We hook the tractor on and pull it 16 to 20 feet forward every day, so we're spreading the manure. Each night the hens sit on those roosts and they poop at night, and so the ground gets a nice coating of chicken manure. And as we move away from where they pooped, the grass turns green again and gets fertilized, and we get eggs as a byproduct.
Sarah does a wonderful job with getting the publicity out there.
We've got rollaway boxes to keep the eggs clean and allow us to just collect eggs once a day. And it's a pretty simple design. He says it will withstand 80-mile-an-hour winds. That was my biggest concern here, is because we have really strong winds. It's got heavy steel skis that I think is kind of the ballast to keep it from blowing. And in the summertime, which is we just use this for the summer. In the wintertime, they're in a greenhouse. This allows really good airflow, air ventilation in the summertime. Chickens are attracted to the color red, so they see the red bar and they jump up here, and the red curtains, and that's where they want to lay their eggs. I get almost all of our eggs are laid right in the nesting boxes, and there's like a couple dozen every day that are laid out on the ground. And those mostly get fed to the pigs. Right now we're getting about 350 eggs a day. Sarah packs eggs every morning, and every week I deliver them to Bangor and Belfast, and actually as far away as Augusta and Brunswick and Rockland. 500 hens right now, and Friday we're getting 300 more. Our plan is to overwinter 800 hens. And next year, my goal is to double to 1,600 hens. Wow. And the year after that, to double again to 3,000 hens. We move our chicken net once or twice a week, and we move the chicken house every day inside the net. If we left the chicken house in the same spot for multiple nights, and we'd get more manure in one spot than we want, which would end up burning the grasses instead of feeding the grasses. This gives the most rest to the rest of the pasture and allows everything to regrow. Whereas if in like a free range scenario, if we had no nets and we were just keeping them out of the back of our barn, as you get closer and closer to the barn, there'd be more and more dead ground. And the chickens would have to range further and further away from the barn in order to find green pasture. In our scenario, we're offering them green pasture, basically on a daily basis. They always will find something green here. At this stage in our farm development, we buy in our grain from Morrison's Feed in Vermont. Chickens can't survive on just pasture, and if we had enough food waste, supposedly they could survive on the pasture and the food waste. But chickens require a high calorie diet, and grain is the normal way to achieve that. Food waste is more ideal. Our future is we hope to be growing grain for human consumption and using the seconds from our own production to offer our chickens. And that's a few years out probably. Everybody should be doing this because we need more nutrient-dense food, and we need to take care of our land in a more responsible way. We need to use biology rather than machinery and technology to manage our land. And chickens, cows, sheep are perfect tools to manage land and build soil, increase diversity, increase life on our farms. The more life we have on our farms, the more capability we have to grow more food, and Maine can become an export state. We can be exporting food rather than importing food. We can be feeding ourselves and exporting food to the rest of New England if we farmed in this way. Go!